I've watched countless anime, but regardless of all these other shows and characters, not many have left this level of depression on me. Corazon is a very important character to me, and if you're watching this right now, it's probably because you feel the same. I'm convinced Oda set out to break the whole fanbase's heart, so why did this death break an entire fanbase? It's actually quite funny when I think about it. For the longest time, I misunderstood Corazon's reason for wanting to die smiling. I used to think it was simply to make it hurt less for Law and for him to be able to carry that image with him. And that is true, but not the full picture. I believe he wanted it to hurt less for himself too, because up until that point, Corazon's story is one of grief. I mean, him not outright telling Law that he was a Marine was because he didn't want Law to hate him. But Law was fully aware of this already. But what does this have to do with why this death broke an entire fanbase? While this plot point coincides with the moments of Corazon's death, the presence of luck and the misfortune Corazon had in that moment, if Corazon wasn't so unlucky and clumsy, they probably would have escaped together. And this is the number one reason. The circumstances that led up to his death were so unlucky. And the tragedy in this was that Law was actually pretty lucky in contrast. The devil fruit, the boy being picked up by the Marines, and this somehow playing into the lie Corazon was telling Dofi to hide Law's whereabouts. There's nothing worse than seeing a likable character die with such unlucky circumstances, and by now you've probably figured it out that Law as a character is another aspect that makes this death very sad. Law losing his family to the actions of the government with the whole white lead disease and the killings, and then him losing Corazon as well, just makes it worse. This relationship plays into what made this death break us. Corazon has this deep emotional sadness for Law and his past. Him crying for Law was genuinely depressing. I remember this particular line where Corazon goes something like this: "I wasn't the one who's hurting, you were." I'm paraphrasing, but that's what he said, talking about when he got stabbed, of course. And Law was awake hearing all this, and for the first time in a long time, I believe Law felt loved. Because when the world turned its back on Law, Corazon was there for him. And Law calling him Cora the next day is just, yeah. There are just so many things that made the dynamic between the two of them sad, that when Corazon takes Law with him, well, I mean basically kidnapping him, but I digress. Corazon took Law to every hospital he could possibly take him to, searching for the cure for the white lead disease, and then being turned down and treated like less than human. Corazon didn't really have to care about Law the way he did. I wonder why he had such a strong affiliation to him. He was willing to go to such lengths just to get him a cure. Perhaps he felt Law's grief, same way he lost his father and mother. Corazon's belief in Law is just remarkable to me. Him letting Law know he doesn't have to fall back to following Doflamingo was just amazing. Because he had grown in those 3 years, he had become free. Speaking of Dofi, he plays into why this death felt the way it did. I'll be the first one to admit Doflamingo is one of my favorite characters in One Piece, but he's such a shitty person. Let's look back to his past. Dofi, although young, did not like the idea of not living amongst the celestial dragons, whereas Corazon is depicted to us as being okay with it. Then living in poverty and grief for the first time and losing his mother. Dofi carried this hatred to his father, whereas Corazon didn't. I guess what I'm trying to highlight here is that Corazon not only died saving someone he cared about, but died by his own family's hand.